Alright, so we need to do our IQCP for the GI and the respiratory today on bays 3 and 2. The bays are labeled 1, 2, 3, so we're going to do 2 and 3 today. We don't want to do bay 1 today, so what we're going to do is we're going to exclude it. Let's go to options. We're going to go to system configuration. We're going to go to general. Scroll down here. Exclude modules. Let's exclude 1 and not exclude module 3 because we're going to use that one. Hit save, hit yes. If it's defaulting to a bay that you don't want, say you want to test bay 3 but it's defaulting to 2, you can just go in here and exclude the module that you don't want to use, and then once you have your test going, you can come back and then re-enable that one to do your other QC. We're going to go into this bag in the freezer, and then we're going to pull out a blue, white, and red for the GI2 and the SARS-CoV-2. These need to warm up for 30 minutes. Don't try to actively warm them, just let them naturally come to room temperature. Alright, so let's start our QC process. Let's wake her up. Let's take a look here. Today's day 6. So we're going to do our GI pause A on bay 3. So let's go in here. Bay 2 and 3 are available. It's probably going to want to do bay 2. Let's exclude bay 2 for now. We'll go down here. We're going to set bay 2 to be excluded. Bay 1 is already excluded. Save. Hit yes. So now let's select bay 3. Hit run test. Now we're going to set the EC test to on. Okay, because we are doing the EC test. Now for our sample ID, we're going to do GIP for the GIP test, pause, positive A, hit space. We're going to select our bay, which is 3, so A, 3, and then today is day 6, so we'll do A3, D6. That's all set up there. It's going to ask for our assay type. We're not going to scan the bag. That won't work. We'll need to scan the cartridge. So let's get the scan that cartridge. Okay. Now it's ready. We'll select our sample, GI pause A. Okay. And then now we're going to go here and find our A. That's the respiratory. And then there's the GIA. This is kind of hard to open. You may need some help. You want to mix it up really well. Mix it up really well, and then it's hard to open sometimes. Alright, but I got that one open, okay? So now we're going to hit confirm. It's going to open up that bay, and we need to move kind of quickly here because it will time out within about 15 seconds. So we'll open this up, and then on here you see there's 1, 2, 3. For the GI you go to 2, for respiratory you go to 3. So we'll go here, pull up just a little bit to get to 2. That's about perfect. See right there on 2. We'll open this up. We're going to drop the whole thing in there, close that, and then we're going to set this in here without touching it. So set it in there and then don't touch it, don't tap it, don't do anything else. And now that's going to run, okay? So now that this is going, it's not going to do anything else. So we'll let this thing start and then we can configure for the next test. For our respiratory, it's going to be pause A on bay 2. Okay, so it's going to be RPP POSA A2 D6 because today's day 6 and we're going to do it on the second bay. Okay, so let's get that ready. So this one's going. Now that it's on this screen, we can go in here and we can exclude everything except for 1. Let's go to System Configuration General. Let's go down here to exclude. And since bay 3 is in use, bay 2 is excluded right now. Let's unexclude it. Hit save. Now bay 2 is available. Okay, so this will default to bay 2 when we go to run our next test. Hit run test. See how it defaults to bay 2. EC test. Select that. Sample ID. We're going to do RPP pause A2 D6. Okay, and now when we do B, we're going to do on bay 3 GIP pause B A3 D6 for today, and then same thing, and we'll just do the same thing on respiratory once that one's done. And then tomorrow we're going to switch bays. We'll have to exclude those the way we did the other ones, and then we'll label it accordingly. So for tomorrow, for example, it'll be GIP, pause A1, D7. And then for our respiratory, it's going to be RPP, pause A3, D7. And likewise for day 8, okay? Yep. So now we'll get out our respiratory panel, okay? Make sure we're not getting the GI panel because we want to do the respiratory now. We'll scan our respiratory panel, okay? It's going to get everything there. Let's look for our respiratory RPA, positive A. Mix it up real well. If you forget the doses on here, it'll tell you right there. 300 microliters. And then on the GIP, you can see right there 200 microliters. So it's right there, okay? Get this mixed up real well. Okay. Let's hit RPP, positive A. Get our cart ready here. Again, we're kind of racing the clock. Hit, open that up, hit confirm. There we go. It's going to open the bay there. Let's go up to 300. Didn't get enough, so let's squeeze it more and then go up. Almost there, a little bit more. And then we're just about to 300 there. Okay. Fill that up all the way in, close it, and then just set it gently there. Okay, and that's respiratory A. Okay, so we're going to do the same process with respiratory B, same process with neg, and then we're going to do the same process with GIB, same process with GI neg. And we're going to repeat this tomorrow, and then day 8, and then after that it'll be day 15, 22, 29, 36.